Alright, we've had all this talking and no sharpening, so we're actually going to fire up the sander finally. And what I'm going to do here is I'm doing kind of two stages of sharpening videos, and the first one here is what I would call minor or mild touch-up, and that's when there's nothing really wrong with the blade. It's just you can tell it's lost a little bit of bite from when it was sharp and you're using it. And what I'm going to use for this is just my leather belt with loaded up with green compound. Now I find that this takes care of, just this setup alone is going to take care of most sharpening issues. I mean, this is assuming that there's no rolls or you know, dips or dings in the blade or anything like that. So with that in mind, I'll go ahead. I'm getting out a piece of paper so we can test sharpness when we're done. But I'm going to go ahead and sharpen that. Now all the tips that I had said earlier, I'm pretty much going to follow. The motion I'm going to follow is going to be about like this. And the other thing to consider here is which angle you're going to hold the knife at. Now, if you hold this at too shallow of an angle and the spine's too close to the blade, or the spine's too close to the belt, with this being a leather belt with a compound on it, the worst thing you're going to do is you're going to shine up, you know, this part of the knife and not actually touch the edge. So if you go too steep, you know, you could actually make it duller than when you started. So basically all I'm saying there is if you're in doubt, make it a little bit shallower and run it, and then, you know, increase the angle a little bit until you get the real feel for it. And you can almost tell the right angle by sound, because all of a sudden you'll hear more of a scrape sound to it. But I know about where it's at, so I'm probably just going to take a couple runs at it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire it up. I'm going to give my couple false starts there, and then just run it through. I stop the tip about midway. Okay, I'm going to try the other side. A couple false starts there. You see that difference in sound there? Nothing's touching. And there it is. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Run a couple more times there. Now, because the way this is actually sat in there, and then this gets real smooth, it almost makes it look like there's a V grind on it or something, but that's just because it's extra polished. Alright, I decided to resume to show you the sharpening performance of these after doing the touch-up, and I'm going to go ahead and do the paper here, but I'm just going to show it here on my nail. That this is very sharp. Can lay it down and it still grabs. Easily shaved hair, regardless of how it performs on paper, because sometimes the actual geometry will make it perform differently, but we'll go ahead and give it a shot here real quick, see what it does. Let me just pull that out of the way. Try the small ones. I don't know if you can see those or not. Let me try getting them a little bit closer. How small some of those little curls are right there. I mean, that's more than plenty sharp enough, and it works great.